Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Scottsdale Saguaro High School, home of the Sabercats, and it is time for Sabercat basketball. Vince Delicio here with my broadcast partner extraordinaire, Brittany Boyer. Britt, how you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. So we are we're covering a great one tonight. So we have a 6-1 Saguaro High School boys basketball team. They are hosting the 6-2. Nobody ever says hi to me. You got all these people walking by and they're waving at you.
I know. Okay, so those are actually that's Jenno and John Harmon.
Oh.
They are teachers here, and they're actually really good friends of mine through the ASU community.
Yeah,
so they walked by, waved hi.
But I'm an ASU guy.
I know. Well, I'll have to introduce you.
Okay, thanks. Anyway, so yeah, just bitter. Nobody ever says hi to me. All right,
I'm sorry.
That's all right. All right, so 6-1 Saguaro High School boys basketball team, coached by first-year head basketball coach Lucas Ramirez, with a whole bunch of seniors. It's been an interesting experiment, and getting a team of veterans with a brand new head coach, and usually spells disaster, but it's actually been working. And they're 6-1, facing a 6-2 Poston Butte Bronco basketball team coached by veteran coach Rob Walker, and should make for an interesting matchup tonight. They're both closely matched. We've got some great size on both sides. Got a lot of speed, quickness, veteran leadership on both sides, although it seems like it's more junior heavy on the Bronco side as opposed to Saguaro's senior heavy roster. So it should make for an interesting game. Now, the JV game ended a little bit late. That's why we're approaching 7 p.m. and the teams are still in their warm-up. It's going to be about 14 more minutes until tip-off or until player introductions. So what we are going to do is we are going to take a break. We'll keep the camera on warm-ups. We'll turn the audio down so you guys can watch everything at home, get comfortable in your favorite chair or wherever you happen to be enjoying the game tonight. And then when we come back a little bit later on, closer to tip-off, we'll go through the starters with both teams. Britt will interview head coach Lucas Ramirez and get some thoughts from him. And we'll be back. Stick around. Thanks again for joining us on the Varsity Sports Show Network. Sabercat basketball. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show here on Saguaro Basketball Wednesday night, right? It's Wednesday. Yeah, Saguaro Boys Basketball. And we are here with Saguaro head boys basketball coach Lucas Ramirez and Brittany Boyer. Take it away, Britt.
I'm here with Coach Lucas Ramirez of the Saguaro Sabercats. Coach, pretty close matchup here on paper between the two teams. What is the key difference going to be for your team tonight?
Just doing our job. You know, we've been playing really good defensively, so keep doing that. We tell them every game, play with energy, enthusiasm, great effort, and just do what we do, you know, and if we play our game the right way, we're going to have a chance to win. Doesn't mean we're going to win, but be in a position to win some games, and hopefully we can keep it up tonight.
Who are our starting five we're going to see for Saguaro out on the court tonight?
Same as always, with one exception, Matt Robles, Donovan Thomason, Caleb Simpson, Camden, and then Kavion Irby starting tonight.
Perfect. Coach, anything else you want to add before this matchup against Poston Butte?
Let's have some fun. Thanks.
Perfect. Back to you, Vince.
Awesome. So there you go. Coach is excited. He's ready to go. It's going to be a great one tonight. We are definitely pumped. There's a lot of energy in this gym. Feels like more so than most nights. It's the same number of people, but there's this vibe and this shaking and this that you could feel. And maybe because I'm standing up and I'm kind of bouncing on my toes, but it's still exciting nonetheless. So one thing tonight, by all means, comment in our YouTube chat box. Let us know who you think tonight's player of the game is going to be. We're going to put some names in there later on, but feel free as the night goes on. For tonight's player of the game, suggested in the chat box, and that's how we will interact this evening. We are so excited to bring you this game. Thank you for joining us here on a Wednesday night basketball game of the week out at Saguaro High School, home of the Sabercats, and it's Saguaro boys basketball tonight, 6-1. Sabercats hosting the 6-2 Poston Butte Broncos. We will be back in just a minute. Stick around. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Saguaro High School, home of the Sabercats. Sabercat boys basketball team hosting the Poston Butte Broncos. And big thank you to Saguaro sophomore Ashlyn Beckman, who performed the national anthem tonight. Did an amazing job with it. Great job.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Yes. Okay, starting lineups tonight, beginning with the Poston Butte Broncos. Number 3, D'Angelo Roberts. Number 10, Connor Lopez. Number 21, Jesse Gray. 22, Travell Beckwith. And 33, Kaysen Bryant. And now, for that familiar opening.
Here we go. We have the ladies team in attendance tonight as well. If you didn't notice that, Vince, they slipped in from the practice gym and just popped up on the bleachers over there.
Great. Great support. Tonight's starters for the Sabercats. Number 0, Caleb Simpson. Number 1, Donovan Thomason. Number 3, Matt Robles. Number 12, Camden Sikakwaptia. Number 33, Kavion Irby. The Cats are coached by head basketball coach Lucas Ramirez. Going out for center court, and the opening tip, number 33, Kavion Irby. And number 10, Connor Lopez for the Broncos. Lopez wins the tip. Tipped off to 21, Jesse Gray. Jesse Gray off to Roberts. Roberts to Beckwith. Beckwith, the 10-foot jumper, no good. Taken away by Cam Sikakwaptua. Matt Robles with the basketball, brings the ball up court, drives the lane, stops and pops from 20, no good. Rebound, Poston Butte. 21, Jesse Gray brings the ball down court, stolen away by Robles. Robles to Thomason, inside to Simpson, up and in.
Beautiful ball movement to get things rolling here for Saguaro.
Simpson strikes first. Cats lead 2-0. Inside, the easy lay-in off the glass, Kaysen Bryant. Score is tied at 2. Robles brings the ball up court for the Cats. Robles to Simpson. Simpson from three-point land, no good. Rebounded, nearly taken away. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by the Broncos. Sabercats will have it. Sikakwaptua to inbound the basketball court. To Irby. Irby inside, lays it up and in. Kavion Irby. Cats up by 2. Roberts over the top. Beckwith, right wing, looks inside, gets it on the edge, and tipped away. Matt Robles with a heady defensive play, and taken away by Thomason. Alley-oop inside, can't get it to fall. Roberts over the top and gets it inside, and the follow-through by Kaysen Bryant. Score is tied at 4. Matt Robles with the basketball up court for the Cats. Robles to Thomason. Thomason, top of the key to Cam. Back to Robles from 16, just short. Irby keeps it alive, and Robles with the follow-through. Cats lead by 2. And the steal. The steal by Simpson. Simpson up the baseline, finds Robles inside. Tipped away. Irby, the follow-through, tipped again. Thomason, left wing, decides to take a shot from 3. No good. Irby Back up and in. Kavion Irby establishing his presence early, Britt.
Yes, he is. Oh, that was there we go. Got the foul called on that rebound attempt there.
Wow. Taken away by Cam Sikukwaptua. And it is Sabercat basketball.
And just like that, Saguaro's on top, 8-4.
Thomason brings the ball up court, barking out some instructions to his teammates. Calls Simpson over. Simpson left wing. Looks, gets it to Sikukwaptua, and the errant pass goes out of bounds. Broncos will have it back. 5 minutes remaining in the first period. Lopez to Roberts. D'Angelo Roberts brings the ball up court for the Broncos. Over the top, Lopez inside, backdoor pass to Jesse Gray. Matt Robles brings the ball up court. Robles slides it to Simpson. Simpson back to Thomason, top of the key to Cam. Left edge, bouncing out, great ball movement, passing around. Baseline, left wing, Robles. Robles searches, tries to find a teammate, decides to take the 22-foot jumper, makes it, and it's good for two. Cats up by 4. Roberts guarded by Simpson. Simpson, right wing to Gray. Gray double teamed, and ball goes out of bounds. Looks like a cat was the last one that touched it.
Man, Saguaro is playing some strong defense right out of the gate here,
Yes.
and Coach Lucas Ramirez has got to be happy with that.
Very aggressive tonight. Great defense. Lopez with the basketball. Top of the key, gives off to Beckwith. Beckwith double teamed, back to Lopez, slides the back door, inside to Bryant. 10-8, Sabercat lead. Robles stops inside, pops it off to Irby. They are just communicating tonight subliminally.
They're doing a great job. Everything is rolling, man. They've really found their rhythm at this point in the season, and it's showing.
Got a foul called inside. Looked like that's going to be on 33, Kavion Irby. And number 33, Kason Bryant, will shoot 2 for the Broncos. First attempt is up and in. Coming in for the game, Roberts comes out for the Broncos, and number 5, Jimmy Brooks, checks in. Second attempt, no good. Lopez with the rebound. Last touched by Simpson. Bronco basketball. Broncos inbounded. Brooks with the basketball, walks the ball up court. Brooks gives off to Gray. Back to Brooks, top of the key, three-point land. Searches, finds Beckwith. Beckwith drives the lane himself, takes it up and in. Very smooth for Beckwith. Sabercats lead by 1. 3 minutes remaining in the opening period. Thomason off to Sikukwaptua for 3, no good. Robles on the rebound, and it's tipped. Lopez gets it back for the Broncos. Beckwith, the corner to Gray. Beckwith bumped. And foul should be on Irby, I believe. Yep, Kavion Irby picks up his second real early in the game. Irby will have a seat. And number 22, Anders Mazik, checks in for the Sabercats. We don't want him in foul trouble early because he is playing so well inside, Britt.
He is. Now I want to point out Travell Beckwith for Poston Butte has been playing phenomenally this year. Now he's averaging, I want to say, more than 20 points each game and about 10 rebounds. I think he has a double-double in each game. So, you know, he's really stepped up as their team's leader this year.
Brooks off to Beckwith. Beckwith double team back to Brooks. Brooks searching, tries to drive the lane, shoots, can't get it to fall. Bryant to Beckwith, takes the jumper, no good. Bryant tips it out, and back inside, outside to Lopez for three, no good. Simpson on the rebound that time, and here come the Cats. Caleb Simpson loses it.
Tipped. Beckwith got a piece of that ball, but unfortunately he could not control it and it went out of bounds.
Simpson to inbound the basketball, gets it off to Robles. Matt Robles. Spins, hands off to Cam. Cam to Thomason. Thomason for three, no good. Rebounded by Bryant. Cason Bryant. Bryant gets the ball up court to Dalmacio. Bounces it back out to Bryant for three, no good. Rebound Robles, loses it off a foot. Sabercats will have it back. 1:23 remaining in the opening period. This is about as good of a matchup as it gets, Britt.
This has been
1 point lead.
Great. Fast-paced, intense, great defense. You know, we're seeing the offense starting to find a rhythm here as the first quarter is coming to an end.
Mazik for three, and it's good. Wow. Couldn't have happened at a better time. Anders Mazik. And the Cats lead by 4, 15-11, coming up on 1 minute remaining in the opening period. Brooks. Brooks back to Dalmacio. To Brooks, left wing, searching. Finds Myrick. Dalmacio. To Beckwith. 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 I think they're just running that clock down.
I think so as well.
Wanting to get the final shot. Inside. Taken away.
And that's what you got to be careful of.
Sika Kwaptua makes a heady defensive play. Takes that ball away. And the three-point attempt by Kyle is no good. Dalmacio.
About 10 seconds remaining here.
Brooks gets it off to Bryant in the corner. 3, 2, 1. Brooks for three, no good. That's the buzzer. And there you have it, folks. Period one. The Cats lead the Broncos 15-11. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Sabercat basketball, live from Saguaro High School in Scottsdale. Sabercats hosting the Broncos of Poston Butte. Poston Butte, of course, out in the Santan Valley.
Yes. You know, it's nice that we get to see some of the teams that aren't necessarily from the Phoenix metro area. You know, we get to see those teams all the time that are in the Valley. So, you know, it's kind of a treat to have a visiting team.
Yes, it is, as long as we don't have to drive. Okay,
yes.
Here we go. Sabercat basketball. Matt Robles brings the ball up court for the Cats. Robles off to Onishali. Back to Robles. And Caleb Simpson for three, and it's good. Wow. Caleb Simpson.
He's having himself a game already.
D'Angelo Roberts back in for the Broncos. Roberts with the basketball. And the dish off. And Bryant with the floating jumper claws his team back to within 5. 18-13. Sabercat lead. Ball tipped away, stolen by Roberts. Roberts brings it all the way in himself off the glass, and it's good. 18-15, Sabercat lead. Cross-court pass, saved by Robles. Robles inside, back to Mazik. Mazik, the 20-foot jumper, can't get it to fall. Bryant with the rebound, up to Roberts. D'Angelo Roberts brings the ball up court for the Broncos. Roberts inside, finds Gray. And the lead is once again down to 1 for the Sabercats. Matt Robles off to Mazik. Mazik inside, shoots. Little too much English on that one, couldn't get it to fall. Out to Gray. The Broncos inside. And with the lay-in, Beckwith. And the Broncos have their first lead of the game, 19-18. Mazik to Simpson. Simpson drives, pushes it back to Siku Kwaptua. No good. Initially tips it out to Robles. Initially to Simpson. Simpson inside. Takes it up. And the foul, can't quite get that ball to go through the net. Foul is on Kaysen Bryant, which means that Caleb Simpson will go to the free throw line, shooting 2, with a chance to put his team back up. First attempt, no good. Second attempt is good. Score is tied at 19. Just under 6 minutes remaining till half. In the corner, Gray. And the offensive foul.
And that was essential for him to be able to pick that up.
It's rare that the officials will call it, but they did. And that foul will be on 22, Travell Beckwith.
Now, if Saguaro's able to capitalize on this momentum shift right here, this will be huge.
It will. It'll put them back up in the lead and also give them a little bit of an emotional boost. Simpson inside, takes it up. Mazik with the rebound. The reverse lay-in, can't get it to fall. Had some ball, gets tied up there, and Poston Butte will have it on the jump ball. Coming back in for the Broncos is Jimmy Brooks, and Kaysen Bryant will take a seat. Score is tied at 19. D'Angelo Roberts brings the ball up court. Top of the key, over the top to Lopez. Lopez bumps it out to Gray. Gray for 3, and it's good. Broncos up by 3, 22-19. Matt Robles. Robles, cross-court dribble, drives, pushes, can't get it to fall. Roberts on the rebound, up court to Beckwith. Beckwith to Brooks, back to Beckwith, lays it up and in. 24-19, Broncos lead. Thomason brings the ball up court. Thomason, Coach Rob Walker of the Broncos, excited, barking out instructions to his team. Their largest lead of the game, and we have a foul called. Foul is on Jimmy Brooks of the Broncos. Coach Walker looked like he was looking for a travel call there. And looks like the Sabercats will inbound the basketball. 4:45 remaining till half. Siku Kwaptua underneath to Simpson, and Simpson is fouled. Foul is on number 10, Connor Lopez. Lopez already with 2, and Kavion Irby for the Sabercats on the bench with 2. Strong inside presence early with Irby in the game. Wisely, coach is keeping him on the bench for now, may need him later. Simpson makes the first one. Cats within 4. Second attempt is up and in. Clawing their way back in are those Sabercats. D'Angelo Roberts, Broncos to Bryant. Bryant back to Roberts. Roberts settles in, gets it to Gray, back to Beckwith inside, finding Bryant, pushes it back out, and the jumper from 15. And
I cannot believe he got that to fall.
Well, and it hit the top of the glass, and the Sabercats were looking for a ball out of bounds, but the official counted the basket. Thomason with the ball, nearly stripped away. Siku Kwaptua back to Thomason. Thomason. Out to Cam. Cam to Simpson. Simpson drives against Brooks, double team, out to Robles. Robles baseline, inside, and the traveling call. Sabercat turnover. Not what they needed at this time. 3:53 remaining till half. Bronco basketball. D'Angelo Roberts brings the ball up court for the Broncos. Roberts inside to Beckwith, double team. Robles guarding Roberts. Out underneath to Gray, back to Roberts. And the follow through by Kason Bryant increases that Bronco lead to 7. 3:31 remaining till half. And the foul as Simpson is driving. Foul will be on 22, Travell Beckwith. That is his second.
So they will take him out now.
So Beckwith will have a seat, and Dalmacio comes back in for the Broncos. Thomason to Simpson. Simpson settling. Gets it back to Thomason. Camden Siku Kwaptua outside to initially, and the 3 is no good. Roberts on the rebound. Roberts drives the lane, kicks it outside to Gray. Tipped away. Simpson comes up with it, and it's taken back by Bryant. Bryant to Brooks. Loses it. Brooks gets it back. It's like volleyball
This
in
was
there.
an insane sequence right here.
And Simpson recovers for the Cats. Robles to Onishali. Onishali finds Camden Siku Kwaptua, who drives it, kicks it out to Thomason for 3. No good. Rebound Bryant. Roberts with the basketball. Roberts decides to keep it and is fouled. You know, one thing I've noticed is Camden Siku Kwaptua is not as involved in the game tonight. They must be doing a really good job on defense, because he has typically been the go-to on the wing. On the outside, it's been Cam in the past, so these guys must have watched their film, meaning the Broncos, and have done a pretty good job of neutralizing him up to this point. Dalmacio with the basketball, back to Roberts. Roberts running the clock now, not in a hurry to get it inside. Bryant back to Dalmacio, to Gray. Gray for 3, no good. Robles with the basketball. The Cats need to convert on this if they expect to stay in this game. Simpson lays it up and in. Caleb Simpson, and the Cats are within 5 with 2 minutes till half. We're gonna try to get, and Bryant on the other end lays it up. We're gonna try to get Coach Lucas Ramirez at the half to come and talk to us. And Robles from the outside. And the foul. And with 1:30 remaining, the Broncos lead by 7. Caleb Simpson will have a seat. Correction, Simpson just coming to the side, getting a new mask. Stays in the game. That has become the new normal, Britt.
I know. You know, it's got to be gross wearing a sweaty mask after a while.
Yes. A necessary evil, unfortunately. And Thomason makes his attempt. We'll get another. Broncos up by 6. Second attempt, up and in.
Saguaro defense needs to get a stop right here, and they do. Able to force a turnover.
Simpson with the basketball inside to Siku Kwaptoa. Can't get it to fall on the follow-through. Man, he can't catch a break tonight. Triple teamed on that last play. Inside is Gray, and Camden with the rebound. Ball is taken away by Dalmacio. I think Robles was surprised there, and Dalmacio takes advantage of the opportunity and scores it. Under a minute left, Mazik on the other end gets the points back. We're going to take a looks like there's an equipment issue. Somebody's got to tie their shoe, and coaches didn't want to take the timeout for that. The official is allowing the player to take care of it. And the Broncos will have the basketball. D'Angelo Roberts with the basketball. Brings the ball up court. D'Angelo nearly tipped away. Brooks gets it back. Roberts with the ball. Roberts trying to chew that clock. We'll have, if we can have Coach come up here so we can, I've got some questions for him as well. So we'll have him use that mic, the wireless, and the headset. And yep, we had a time violation there. Sabercats will have it back. Sabercats should get the final shot off. Down by 7. And Thomason with the basketball. 9 seconds, 8, 7. Thomason to Siku Kwaptoa. Drives it inside and loses it out of bounds. 1 and 1. Foul is on Jimmy Brooks. That's his second in the closing seconds of the first half. First attempt is up and in. Siku Kwaptoa. Cats down by 4. Chance to make it a 3-point deficit on this shot. And it's good. 2.3 seconds left. Roberts brings the ball up court, shoots from half court, couldn't get it to fall, and that's the end of the first half. We're going to call Coach over. And we are joined by Coach Lucas Ramirez. Coach Ramirez, your impressions of the first half?
It's kind of like a track meet, I guess, you know. Hey, we're doing a decent job defensively. We got to play our game offensively, be a little more patient. But hey, similar story like we've had in other games, you know. We got to dominate the glass. We got to be solid inside, limit second chance opportunities. But hey, we're in a great spot. You know, big fella got in foul trouble. We'll be all right. We'll play smart in the second half, and it's going to be a fun one.
Now, you've talked about how much intensity and energy there's been comparing it to a track meet. What are you going to tell the boys in the locker room to keep that energy up in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, I think they know what it is. I mean, I think they know, you know, hey, this is, we told them before the game, this is a fun game. It's a great environment here tonight. And hey, we just got to do our job, you know, limit them to one possession only. And then we have to convert. We missed a lot of point blank layups, missed some open threes. We'll be all right though. We just got to make shots. We got to get stops. It's a simple game.
Good luck, Coach.
Thanks,
We'll talk
appreciate
to you in the
it.
second half.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. All right. Great job there, and you heard it there straight from Coach's mouth. They've got some work. Big fella got in foul trouble. Big fella being 33, Kavion Irby, got in foul trouble early on. He is obviously setting the tone inside, establishing that middle. You take him out of the equation, you're kind of scrambling there, Britt.
You are. So that was definitely a big difference maker for them in terms of getting points on the board in the first half. I'm sure that his presence in the second half when they get things started again is really going to help the Saguaro Sabercat offense pick things up.
Awesome. We're going to be right back. I want to get some stats here of the first half. We'll come back. We'll share them with you. And thanks again for joining us tonight on the Sabercat Network, live from Saguaro High School in Scottsdale. We'll be back. Hey, here we go. Hey guys, we got a special treat tonight. We've got the baseball coach here at Saguaro High School, Coach Joe Mickey. Coach Mickey, how are you, sir?
I'm well, thank you. Thanks for having me, Vince. Appreciate it.
Coach, talk to us about your team. Despite everything going on in the environment out there, you're pretty pumped up, excited guy, because I've talked to you a few times about the outlook of your season. You got a lot of great things coming. Talk to us about your team.
Yeah, we're real excited. I mean, the seniors are jonesing to play. Guys are just excited to be out on the field. And the guys coming back, they're hungry. And so you put that in with some good lower class guys, and it's just going to be fun to watch them kind of grow together on the field.
So people have gotten to know Saguaro football. They've gotten to know Saguaro basketball. If you had to put one or two sentences together to describe your program, the elevator pitch, what would you say?
Oh, shoot. Men of character. It's more than baseball. It's just a vehicle that gets us to be the best people we can be in the community.
You mentioned seniors. How many seniors you got on your squad off the top of your head?
We're going to eight should be coming back for us, and
Wow.
4 or 5 should be really good guys for us, impact guys for us this year.
Nice. Now, is it a nice blend of that veteran leadership with a lot of young guys coming up? And
I foresee us having about 4 or 5 D1 prospects coming through as far as sophomores, juniors,
Wow.
and a couple freshmen who look like they have a lot of upside. So there's a lot of bright stuff happening, not just this year, but for a few years to come. And as a coach, you're just pumped.
Oh, I bet. You know, my father-in-law, who's an old baseball guy, says that it's a game of catch with a bunch of guys watching. So talk about your pitching staff. How many pitchers you got? Some quality pitchers there.
Yeah, so we got a couple seniors leading the way with Luke Ollinger and Kent Linsner coming back, and then we got some juniors in Thomas DeCesaro and Aiden Bronska and Ty Nelson. we're just going to be excited to see how these guys go out and compete. And that's the whole thing. It's just going to be seeing who's next man up, and guys are going to kind of earn opportunities. That's what our program's about. But they're excited to play together, and these last 4 or 5 weeks have been a blast.
Okay, so let's remove the Saguaro Sabercats from the picture. Who's the team to beat in your division?
In our division, Poston Butte, actually, the game we're watching tonight, has probably some of the better guys that are going to be on the field for our region.
Okay.
The toughest team in 4A, state champions 2 years ago, was Tucson South Point.
Okay.
We see them in our last game of the year, so we're excited to kind of let that set the tone for the playoff run that we're hopefully going to make.
Yeah,
but
the last game of the year.
Yeah,
wow.
so our schedule's a tough one. I always like it to be hard, and if we do our job, we're going to be in a good spot when it's all said and done.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait. Coach, thank you so much for the opportunity to talk to you, the opportunity to cover you guys. We are definitely going to plan on doing some of your games this year. We can't wait. It's going to be exciting. It'll be fun. And having you on the Saturday show as well is going to be a real treat. I got to warn you in advance, Coach, I like to make fun of people. So if you've got any kind of anything, I'll be coming after you a little bit.
There's funny. I appreciate it, Vince. I think that's all part of the fun. And I appreciate what you guys do for the varsity show. This is about the kids.
Yeah.
You guys highlight programs and kids in the area, and it's just hats off to you guys because this is what it's all about.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Coach. We'll talk to you real soon.
All right, thanks so much.
Coach Joe Mickey, baseball coach here at Saguaro High School. We'll be back after the break. Thanks for joining us. All right, welcome back. So quick tally of some points here. So for the Broncos, number 3, D'Angelo Roberts has 2 points. Number 11, Andrew Delmasio has 2. Number 21, Jesse Gray with 7. 22, Travell Beckwith with 8. And number 33, Kaysen Bryant with 13 for the Cats. Number 0, Caleb Simpson with 10. Number 1, Donovan Thomason with 2. Number 3, Matt Robles with 4. Number 12, Camden Sikakwaptua has 2. Number 5, Anders Mazik has 5. And number 33, Kavion Irby, who sat for most of the first half in early foul trouble, with 6 points. We're already done with halftime. Wow, that flew by. And thank you so much to head baseball coach for the Sabercats, Joe Mickey. You know, I made fun of him a little bit. We like to poke fun at coaches. And, you know, it's all in good fun because they poke fun at me, believe me. I've heard short jokes. I've heard everything under the sun, and I take it all in stride. We have fun with it. It's all about the kids and having a good time. So here we are back in the second half. Sabercat basketball. I'm not really that short, by the way, but, you know, apparently they like to say that I am. All right, Siku Kwaptua inside to Robles. Robles bounces it back out, and Irby starts off in the middle, just as he did in the beginning of the game, and we have a foul.
Okay.
Interesting.
Beckwith going off in the stands there.
All right. Foul is on Matt Robles. That is his first. Okay. Britt, what are your keys to victory here for the Sabercats in the second half?
Keeping the fouls under control and, just clean shots, taking good shots, and playing really aggressive defense still.
All right. Well, they need to get that inside back, and with Kavion Irby back starting the game the second half as well, got to keep him out of foul trouble, obviously, and so that he can do what he needs to do to guard the paint. Lopez bounced out to Roberts. Roberts. And the three from Beckwith is no good. Irby with the rebound. Here come the Cats. Coach Ramirez giving some instruction. Robles out to Thomason. Thomason, top of the key, guarded by Gray. Bounced out to Robles. The 22-footer can't get it to fall, but the rebound rolls out of bounds.
Vince, completely unrelated, but have
Yes.
you ever noticed how much Robles looks like he could be related to Coach Ramirez?
I got to tell you something. During a pregame of the first game, I thought Coach Ramirez suited out.
Yeah, they look a lot alike.
They do. I don't know. We'll have to ask about that. Anyway, all right, D'Angelo Robert. You're going to get me in trouble, Britt.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's all in good fun. But I was thinking that. You're right. Okay. Join us on Saturday morning on the Varsity Sports Show, 9 to 10 a.m., AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona, where we will have a couple things going on. We pack a lot into 1 hour, but we also have the Sabercat report, and that comes on right at 9:30. We are joined every week by Coach Lucas Ramirez. Coach Aria Ham joins us as well, and looking forward to talking to Coach Ramirez Saturday morning. Join us. Simpson. Inside, off the hands of Irby, picked up by Roberts. D'Angelo Roberts drives the ball, lays it out to Gray. Gray. Back to Lopez. And the ball is in the hands of Roberts. The three, no good. Robles with the basketball. Here come the Cats. Robles to Thomason. Thomason pushes inside, gets the rebound to Irby. Irby out to Simpson. Simpson bounces, shoots off the glass to Irby, who follows up. Big confidence booster there for Irby. And the Cats within three, 34-31, under 6 minutes remaining in the third. Roberts to Beckwith. Beckwith kicks it out to Bryant. Bryant backing up to the basket. Back out to Roberts. The floater, no good. Lopez with the rebound for the Broncos.
Almost stolen there.
Beckwith back inside to Lopez, and the foul. Uh-oh. Okay, that one goes against Simpson, and that is his second. And remember that Irby got in some early foul trouble with 2, which is where he currently stands halfway through the third quarter. Lopez makes his first shot. Be nice to see Camden Siku Kwaptua a little more involved in the game with some more opportunities to make some buckets. Let's see if they can feed him the basketball. And shot is good. 5-point lead for the Broncos. Robles walks the ball up court. Robles drives the lane inside. Ball rolls out of bounds. Last touch by a Bronco. Sabercats will have it back. Camden to Irby. Irby lays it up and in. And the 30-second timeout called by Coach Ramirez. They want to chat about some things. I think Coach Ramirez saw something that they want to capitalize on, but doesn't need a lot of time. He burns one of his 30s. On the other side of the bench, Coach Walker for the Broncos has his team huddled around him, and they are talking as well. It's always an interesting time because you wonder what exactly a coach in 30 seconds can tell his team.
You know, I feel like they're kind of going over a couple different plays you can get over, maybe, you know, especially if it's a couple seconds left and you're trying to inbound the ball. You know, you can set up one play or so, but it's always interesting. You are right.
It's not a lot of time, so you got to, I mean, you definitely have to think on your feet. As a basketball coach, you're in there, you got one message, you have to have your players focus on what you're saying. You don't get a lot of time with those guys, and you really wonder. Yeah. Anyway.
You know, maybe you just need to give them a little pep talk or give them a little bit of a congratulations to keep them going.
That's it. Bronco basketball. 3-point lead for Poston Butte. D'Angelo Roberts. Nearly loses the ball is Lopez, double team now. Lopez, and it's tipped into the hands of Sika Kwaptua to Irby. Irby brings it up and dunks it! The slam dunk for Kavion Irby!
And that brings it within one.
3-point attempt by Gray is no good. Here comes Robles. Robles denied, picked up by Beckwith on the other end to Lopez, who lays it up and in himself. Wow!
That was some exciting back and forth basketball right there.
Irby double teamed, back out. Simpson for three, and it's good.
Wow.
Caleb Simpson
and
with the three.
Ties it up at 38 with 4:01 remaining.
Wow, what a game. Score is tied, momentum on the Sabercat side now. Inside is Bryant. Looking for an outlet, finds one in Gray, who lays it up and in. Broncos back up by 2. 3.5 minutes remaining in the quarter, and the foul. Looks like the foul is going to be on number 10. Yes, number 10, Connor Lopez. That is his third. And Caleb Simpson will shoot 2. First attempt, no good.
You know, Vince, after that last back and forth series that we saw between these two teams right here, I can only imagine what the energy would be like in here right now if it was a packed gym.
Oh boy. Simpson, second attempt. And it's good. Cats now within 1. Broncos lead 40-39. D'Angelo Roberts with the basketball. Roberts tries to find a lane, pulls up, shoots, can't get it to fall. Thomason with the rebound, double team, kicks it out to Robles. Matt Robles pushes the ball up court, corner to Simpson, looks for the three, takes it, and makes it.
Another one.
Cats up by 2, and underneath, cross-court pass, Gray answers back.
This is an exciting third quarter, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Simpson another 3, no good. Coach Ramirez not very happy about that, but. And Beckwith lays it up and in. Broncos back up by 2, 44-42. Robles walks the ball up court. 2.5 minutes remaining in the third period. Robles out to Sika Kwaptua. Cam. Irby signaling for the basketball. Instead, lays back, helps on a pick, and Camden with the ball, top of the key, pulls up, passes off to Thomason. Thomason searches, trying to get it to Kavion, can't, and Simpson does. Kavion double team, shoots, no good, tipped by Cam. Cam back to Kavion, lays it up, Still can't get it to fall and tipped out. Sabercats will have it back.
Wow.
Jimmy Brooks checking in, and Anders Mazik for the Cats. Donovan Thomason will take a break. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Robles with the basketball, out to Anders Mazik for three. No good. Irby with the rebound. Irby triple teamed. Kicks it out to Robles. Robles over the top to Irby. Irby tries to save it, does. Mazik and Simpson. Simpson pulls up from 20, and it's good. Right wing, he can make them from anywhere.
And it's a tied game again.
44-44. Dalmacio pulls up Jimmy Brooks, top of the key, inside, cutting to the basket is Bryant, and the follow through, Bryant makes it. The Broncos just hanging around, take the lead once again by 2. Coming up on 1 minute remaining in the quarter. Sika Kwaptua, Camden, out to Simpson. Simpson surveying the land, tries to create an opportunity for a teammate, does in Robles for three, and it's good! Matt Robles from three!
And Saguaro is back on top for their first time since before the half, I believe.
The Cats up again, 47-46. Under a minute remaining. Beckwith. The Broncos trying to get the final shot of the quarter, and the ball is tipped out. Goes out of bounds. Kyle Onishale checks in. Onishale for the Cats. Irby takes a seat. Cam with the basketball. Cam keeps it himself, takes it up, can't get it to fall. And underneath is Brooks. The Sabercat bench calling for a travel. They don't get it, and a foul is called. Foul is on 22, Anders Mazik. And a 30-second timeout called by Poston Butte coach Rob Walker. Coach Ramirez screaming for the travel, but a foul called instead on Mazik. 30 seconds, we're gonna keep it here because I like this song. No, because it's a 30-second timeout.
It is, it's a short timeout. There's no sense in going anywhere. You know, if you're Saguaro, you wanna keep this intensity up, you wanna keep pushing to score, you wanna keep trying to get those steals. You know, the defense, we saw a lot of steals in the first half. I don't feel like we've seen as many steals from Saguaro in this half. They really need to step the defensive effort up in this fourth quarter. Those final 8 minutes, they gotta leave it all on the court.
Yes, and we need to see the you know, here we are playing armchair basketball coach up here, but it's nice to see Camden Siku-Kwapto a little bit more involved in handling the basketball this second half as opposed to the first. The Broncos did a really good job of neutralizing him in the first half. He's gotten free a little bit here in the second, and got to create those opportunities. Roberts inbounds to Beckwith. Beckwith spinning to the basket, kicks it out. The errant pass goes out of bounds. Brooks couldn't quite get a handle on it, and the Sabercats will have it. 11.2 seconds remaining in the third. This is a great basketball game, Britt.
It is, and this is a chance for Saguaro to really capitalize on a great third quarter by extending the lead by 3 going into the fourth.
Siku-Kwaptua brings the ball up court, pushes, 8 seconds, 7, 6. Got to do something with it. Kyle initially can't get it to fall, but Mazik follows through, and it goes! Count it! Count it! Wow!
Holy cow, buzzer beater to give them the 3-point lead.
And the Cats are up by 3, 49-46. Going into the fourth period, momentum on their side. Playing, the Broncos keep battling back, playing their hearts out. The Cats answering back, taking the lead. Wow. That's all I have to say. Wow. We'll be right back. I need a drink of water. Welcome back. Okay, fourth quarter.
Oh my goodness. You okay over there?
Yes, I am. Vince
Okay.
Delisio joined by Brittany Boyer. And Britt, what an exciting game.
Man, that was a great third quarter. You know, we heard Coach Ramirez talk at half about how the intensity and the pace was really quick in the first half of the game. We saw about halfway through the third quarter, Saguaro started to slow down the offensive pace and really kind of make their own rhythm there, and it benefited them in the long run.
Simpson for three, no good. Beckwith with the rebound, nearly taken away, and a foul called by Robles. On Robles. No. It's on, I thought it was on three. It looked like he called 33. Anyway, all right. 49-46, Cats lead. D'Angelo Roberts brings the ball up court for the Broncos. Jimmy Brooks kicked out to Gray for three, and it's good. Score is tied at 49. Robles brings the basketball up court. Caleb Simpson. Simpson drives the lane, pushes it to the basket, lays it up and in, and the foul. Foul is on. We're trying to get a jersey number here, and we didn't, foul is on number 5, Jimmy Brooks. Mazik lays it back up and in, gets the rebound, scores it. Pandemonium down there. The
What is
officials
happening?
trying to get control of this. We are waiting for a call.
I think the officials don't even know what numbers they're calling. I just heard Poston Butte's coach say there is no 20.
Or 25 for that matter. I think it was Jimmy Brooks, number 5, that the foul was on. But then Anders Mazik gets the rebound, lays it back up and in, and then they said that his 2-point basket did not count, but he was fouled. A little confusing, trying to get a grasp of this thing. Okay, well, Sabercat basketball. Cats up by 2, 51-49. Coach Rob Walker for the Broncos talking to the officiating crew. They're trying to make heads of what's going on, and the officials saying, Coach, just hang on.
Even the players have come to the middle of the court and are all talking with each other, trying to figure out what happened.
Okay. Well, take an opportunity, folks, to make your comments in the chat box for tonight's player of the game, tonight's Sabercat player of the game. Who is it going to be? Britt, I'm sure you've got some ideas on who you would call the player of the game tonight, Stessa Movement Company player of the game.
I have my 2 ideas, and it's hard for me to choose between the 2 of them.
Yeah, our producer, Justice Miranda, gave me a little signal, threw up a jersey number.
Well, and I agree with him, but the
Yeah.
only reason that I have a little hesitation is because there's another player on the court who his presence has been absolutely instrumental.
Yeah, and now the clock the scoreboard shows the Cats are up 53-49.
So it looks like they did give them that final basket?
Masic's basket? No? Okay, we'll find out the Okay, well, we'll find out. The officials are conferring, and all right. Well, folks, we'll take a moment here to remind you that Saturday morning, tune in to the Varsity Sports Show on AM 1060, KDUS, Arizona, from 9 to 10 a.m. Be a lot of fun. We'll have the National Youth Football Cheer Association's Jason Hirsch, our partnership with NYFCA, bringing to you the NYFCA TV show, which starts Saturday, March 20th.
And that'll be exciting.
On Cox. Yes, it will. Channel 4 Phoenix, Channel 7 in Tucson. Hosted by yours truly, as well as a host of others. Britt, you'll probably also be featured in the program.
I'll be around.
How can you not?
I'll be around.
Yeah.
You know, I'm here, there, a little bit of everywhere.
That's right. Siku Kwaptua for three. And it's good! Camden, Siku Kwaptua.
And here he goes. He's finding his rhythm.
And the Cats are up by 7. Ball tipped away. Kavion Irby called for the foul.
Is Sika Kwaptua all right? It looks like he caught an elbow to the face.
Yeah, it looks like it. And the Broncos will have it. That was Kavion's third foul, which final period, I think that's okay. Brooks with the basketball for the Broncos. D'Angelo Roberts, left wing, searching, trying to create something, lays it up, and he's fouled. Basket counts. Oh boy, now Kavion picked up his fourth foul just like that. Third or fourth? I thought that was his fourth. Anyway, we'll let the scorers table sort through that. D'Angelo Roberts will shoot 1, and Greg Plaza, our announcer tonight, doing a great job as always. Caleb Simpson with the basketball, lays it up, and Irby lays it up and in. Sabercats with a 7-point lead, 6:24 remaining in the game, and the travel violation on the Broncos. Matt Robles with the basketball. Robles off to Simpson. Caleb Simpson brings the ball up court. Simpson for 3, no good. Taken away by Beckwith. Beckwith to Roberts. Roberts, Beckwith, inside to Bryant. Back out to Roberts for 3. Rebound Simpson. Running under the basketball was Kavion Irby. Couldn't quite get a handle of it, but last touched by Roberts. Sabercat basketball, under 6 minutes remaining in the ball game. 58-51, Sabercat lead. Siku Kwaptua to Irby. Irby. Back to Camden for 3, no good. And the ball tipped away, picked up by Onishile. Kyle Onishile. And Irby rolling around in pain.
You know, we're seeing a ton of people sliding around on the court today. I'm wondering, did they put oil down on this court over the weekend? What is the deal?
He is taking his time getting up. He does. Kavion is up and walking around, fortunately. And Camden, Siku Kwaptua goes to the free throw line, will shoot 2 with 5:31 remaining and a 7-point lead, with an opportunity to increase that lead, and he does. Donovan Thomason checks in. Coach is calling for Irby to come out, take a seat. Siku Kwaptua makes his second. Cats are up by 9, 60-51. Jimmy Brooks inside, double team. Back out to Connor Lopez. The 20-foot jumper is good. Cats up by 7. Matt Robles out to initially. Short, and Caleb Simpson comes out of it with the basketball. Calls a timeout, wisely calls a timeout, and the 30.
Those were some amazing handles right there to make sure he did not travel.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Hey, he was on the ground.
Yeah.
Wow. Great job. We're going to keep it right here. Folks, when you get an opportunity, don't leave this game, but grab your phone, head over to Twitter, and look at some of the amazing videos that Brittany Boyer is posting, and maybe she'll tag us on a couple of them. But
you know, I always tag Varsity Sports in the initial tweet of the, and then I start a thread. Okay,
there you go. So you could find Britt. What is your handle?
At BBoyer07. So
there you go.
BBOWYER 07.
07 or Varsity Show, and some nice videos there. So anyway, some great handiwork by Edwin Rodriguez tonight up top in the crow's nest, and our producer Justice Miranda. We got to see who's winning in votes there in the chat box for player, Stessa Movement Company Player of the Game. Camden Siku Kwaptua underneath and scores. And the Cats lead 62-53. Under 5 minutes now remaining. Jimmy Brooks with the basketball for the Broncos. Brooks guarded by Mazik. Ball tipped away by Robles, recovered by Roberts. Ball touches a cable above the basket. And the timeout called by Coach Rob Walker of the Broncos. I think this is a full timeout. Yes, it is. We will take the timeout as well. We'll be right back. Vote for tonight's Stessa Movement Company Player of the Game in the chat box. Welcome back. 4:41 remaining. Sabercats with a 9-point lead over the Poston Butte Broncos. Great game tonight, Britt.
Wonderful game. You know, if this was such a high, fast-paced game. This is what you like to see if you're a basketball fan. You know, this has been so exciting, so much excitement all night.
Full court press by the Broncos. Camden Siku Kwaptua gets the ball up court to Caleb Simpson. Simpson pulls up, shoots, and is fouled. Foul will be on Connor Lopez of the Broncos. That is number 4 for Connor. And Simpson will shoot 2 with a chance to put his team up by double digits. First shot is good, and a 10-point lead for the Sabercats.
And I believe this is their biggest lead of the night.
I believe you are correct. Anders Mazik checks out. Kavion Irby checks back in. Second attempt by Simpson coming up. Shot is up and good. Cats lead by 11. Jimmy Brooks with the basketball. Brooks pushing up court. Inside to Lopez, shoots and scores. Simpson over the top to Thomason. Thomason keeps it, and Robles hit hard, falls down, loses the basketball. Connor Lopez comes up with it. Gray inside, lays it up and in. Little sloppy play there. Cats clinging to a 7-point lead with 4 minutes remaining.
You know, Gray is having a phenomenal night for the Broncos.
He is. Kavion Irby for 3. No good. 3:52 remaining. Jimmy Brooks. Brooks pushes and loses it. Caleb Simpson comes up with the steal. Simpson to Robles. Robles. Brooks playing some solid defense tonight. Simpson with the basketball. Simpson loses it off his foot, and the Cats will have it back. These officials have done the best they could do, and they've really gotten an earful tonight.
Yes, they have.
That's tough. That's a tough gig. Anyway, Matt Robles with the basketball. And the quick foul there. Foul should be on number 21, Jesse Gray.
Man, he has been on fire all night, and that's his first foul?
First foul
Wow.
for Jesse Gray. Robles will inbound the basketball. Correction, Siku Kwaptua will inbound the basketball. Gets it to Robles. Robles brings the ball up court. Robles back to Cam. Cam to Simpson. 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 His team clearing out, trying to create an opportunity inside. Double team, lays it up. Push back up by Irby. Can't get it to fall. Bryant with the rebound for the Broncos. Roberts pushes the ball up court, guarded by Robles. The floater lays it up and in. The lead is now 5. Saguaro, and forced out of bounds. Kason Bryant charged with his third. Camden, Siku Kwaptua goes to the line for a 1-and-1 with 2:51 remaining. And his team up by 5 with a chance to add a couple. Got to make one before you get the next one. First attempt. No good. Back out to Cam. The 3. No good. Tipped. And Simpson with the basketball. Robles drives inside, lays it up, gets the rebound, denied, and Irby the follow through. That ball is just not finding the basket. Rebound comes down into the hands of Roberts. Roberts out to Bryant. Back out to Roberts for 3. No good. Bryant the follow through, no good, but the foul is called. Wow, Britt. You can't buy a basket right now.
You cannot.
Bryant will shoot 2. Anders Mazik is checking back in for the Cats. And coming out is Kavion Irby. 2:19 remaining in the ball game. And the officials conferring with the scorer's table and Coach Ramirez. Irby will be checking back in shortly, probably after this first free throw attempt. Kason Bryant. First attempt is good. Cats still up by 4. So nice to see coaches here supporting other sports. We had the girls basketball team up in the stands over there on the other end. We've got the head the head baseball coach here, Coach Joe Mickey, is to my left. We interviewed him at halftime. And it's just great show of support. Call it a family, I think, here at Saguaro.
They do.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, so we've got a timeout here called by Coach Rob Walker. We're going to take the timeout as well. Cats lead 64-61, 2:19 remaining. We'll be right back. All right, that was funny. I've got to say, I read a comment here on the chat box that Mr. J. Mario Malaby, Coach Lucas Ramirez has hair much like Tito Jackson. That is great. That is good stuff. Anyway, all right, so Matt Robles to inbound the basketball for the Sabercats. Robles finds Simpson. Simpson. Full court press by the Broncos. Simpson loses his mask. And Siku Kwaptua running around with the ball. Simpson.
He looks like he has no idea what to do because he doesn't have his mask and it fell on the floor.
Yep. Simpson, the three. No good. Beckwith brings the ball up court, keeps it, shoots it, scores it.
And it is a 1-point game with 1:46 remaining.
Simpson. Triple teamed, nearly loses it, gets it to Robles. Robles back to Simpson, 1:34 remaining. And Robles in the corner, back to Simpson. Simpson drives the lane, gives it inside to Irby, probably the biggest shot for him of the night,
yes.
Giving his team a 3-point lead. Underneath, Beckwith answers back, can't get it to fall, but Lopez does. Connor Lopez. 1:08 remaining. And the Cats up by 1. 66-65. Simpson. Running around with the basketball. Gets it off to Robles in the corner. And Simpson, final minute, and the foul. Foul is on 33, Kason Bryant. 1-and-1 situation. And Simpson goes to the free throw line with 47.6 seconds remaining in the game. Clinging to a 1-point lead with a chance to add a couple. First attempt is up and in. He'll have one more. 2-point lead for the Sabercats.
This is the big one right here.
Second attempt. It's up. It's in. 3-point lead. And Coach Lucas Ramirez calls the timeout. We'll take the timeout as well. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Don't go away. Welcome back, and tonight's Stessa Movement Company Player of the Game with 25 points on the evening is number 0, Caleb Simpson. Saguaro Sabercats, what a game, what a player, clutch all night.
Oh man, this has been so exciting. I mean, I wish this was a packed gym, I really do, because I think the energy in here, the intensity, it would be through the roof right now, and I think that's what I miss the most right now this season is just the fans.
Yep. So we're going to interview Coach Ramirez as well as Caleb Simpson in the postgame for the Sabercats. Connor Lopez to inbound the basketball. Beckwith with the ball for the Broncos. Travell Beckwith kicks it out to Roberts. Roberts for 3, no good. Kavion Irby, and the travel. Falls on the ground, feet came up. Loses the basketball, Broncos will have it back. 33.2 seconds and a 3-point lead.
You got to respect the hustle by Irby there.
For sure. Beckwith. Double teamed. Tipped. And the ball goes back to the Sabercats with 27.4 seconds. Expect some pretty sticky defense here by the Broncos coming up, and Coach Rob Walker calls a timeout. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Britt. Man, we definitely got our money's worth tonight.
We definitely did. This is, down to the wire, really. I mean, if they're able to get a steal right here on the inbounds, Poston Butte, I should say, if they're able to get a steal on the inbounds and score, I mean, you're still in the game, no matter what. I mean, 27 seconds is a lot of time in basketball.
That's an eternity in basketball. Yes. Coach, baseball coach Joe Mickey is here picking up some pointers on how to make his game, his sport of baseball, a little more exciting. So anyway, Matt Robles to inbound the basketball for the Cats. Robles finds Thomason. Full court press as expected, and batted away to Siku Kwaptua. Back to Robles, who's fouled hard. Foul will be on Jimmy Brooks. Third foul and a 1-and-1 situation for Robles. Jesse Gray, checks back in for the Broncos. Matt Robles goes to the free throw line. Kavion Irby getting ready to check back in for the Cats. And Irby does for Anders Mazik. You got to respect the understanding by each of these players what their role is.
Mm-hmm.
And they all come together so well. Done a great job tonight. And the rebound by Lopez. Out to Bryant. Taken away by Simpson. Caleb Simpson lays it up and in. The Cats up by 5. Beckwith for 3, no good. Rebounded by Thomason, and that's it, folks. The Cats win. The Cats win. The Sabercats defeat the Poston Butte Broncos 70-65 to advance to 7-1 on the season. We are going to be joined by the Stessa Movement Company Player of the Game, Caleb Simpson, as well as Coach Lucas Ramirez. And take it away, Brittany.
So I'm here with Coach Lucas Ramirez. Huge 70-65 win. Such an exciting game, back and forth, a lot of emotion. How do you feel right now?
Proud of our guys. Wasn't good enough tonight. Found a way to win. I'm glad. I'm happy for us, but we should have played a lot better tonight. So disappointed in that regard. But hey, win's a win. You got to find a way to get them, and there's not an easy way to get them in this league. It's a tough league. 4A is tough, and we'll take them how we can get them. But man, wasn't pretty, but that's just the way it is sometimes.
Now, what are you looking forward to working on back in the gym before your next game?
Well, we have a rare couple days of practice. We don't have another game this week, which is weird. Then we enter a 2-week stretch of 4 games each week. So it's going to be great to rest a little bit, get in the gym, get shots up, and just really tighten things up and get ready for the final stretch of the season.
Now, Caleb Simpson was named the player of the game. Absolutely phenomenal night for him tonight. What do you have to say about how he was able to contribute for you guys on the court?
Super proud of him. I talked to him leading up to the game today and told him he just needs to be patient, be himself, and he knows I'm going to critique him and tell him that he probably should have made a couple more layups, but he got to the free throw line. But 27 points, that's a solid night at the office, man, and we'll take every point we can get.
Perfect. So we'll bring Caleb Simpson on. Thank you so much, Coach. All right, you ready, Caleb?
Hey, get Caleb.
Perfect.
I'm right here.
Player of the game, absolutely outstanding night. 27 points for you. How did you prepare to come out and be so dominant?
We know we didn't have Monday today, so we had to find a way to pick it up, and I took that role. So that's basically what my game plan was today.
Now, you guys really played with a great intensity, really fast-paced the entire game. What was that like for you guys in terms of some of the other games that you've seen?
Definitely a change of pace than the other games. Usually we take it slow, try to methodically win the game, but, these guys came out, so we had to come out too, match that energy.
Now, a couple more days to get back in the gym, like Coach was saying. You have back-to-back weeks with 4 games. So what are you looking forward to working on in this last little bit of practice time that you're going to have?
Shooting. We definitely can shoot better. And if we as a team learn how to shoot better, we could be blowing out teams every game.
Perfect. Caleb, is there anything else you want to add?
Good team win.
Thank you so much, Caleb. Stessa Movement Player of the Game, Caleb Simpson. Vince, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you. Wow, what a great game. What a great player. I mean, it was a great effort all the way around tonight. Congratulations. Congratulations to both teams for playing a heck of a game. Poston Butte came in here at 6-2. They leave 6-3. And, of course, the Sabercats advanced to 7-1. What a game. And I got to imagine that Coach Lucas Ramirez is pleased. Anyway, thanks so much for joining us tonight. On behalf of our broadcast crew, photographer extraordinaire and cameraman Edwin Rodriguez, our producer Justin Miranda, Brittany Boyer, always the professional, the true professional, and doing it all for these teams. Thank you, Britt.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Yes, and I'm Vince DeLisio. Thanks again for joining us here. Varsity Sports Show Game of the Week. Saguaro Sabercats defeat the Poston Butte Broncos tonight by 5, 70-65. Have a good night, everyone.